Life is not a rehearsal. It's not a test run. This is it, the one shot you get. And if you want success, you can't stumble into it. You have to design it. You have to set the stage for it every single day. Too many people drift, waiting for luck, waiting for a miracle, waiting for the right moment. But life does not reward hesitation, it rewards intention. Today, I'm going to tell you how to set your life in motion, how to create success so undeniable that the world cannot ignore you. A life without vision is a life without direction. You can wake up every day, go through the motions, tick the boxes, pay the bills, and still feel empty inside because you're not chasing anything bigger than survival. That's why so many people feel stuck. They're busy but not fulfilled, active but not alive. The truth is, if your vision doesn't shake you to your core, if it doesn't pull you out of bed with urgency and fire, then it's not a vision. It's just a to-do list. Real vision forces you to become more than you are today, to stretch beyond comfort, to walk into the unknown with courage. And that's exactly why it's powerful, because it demands a better version of you. The mistake most people make is they set goals that are safe. They say, I want a decent job, a nice car, a stable home. There's nothing wrong with those things. But let's be honest, those aren't dreams, those are minimum standards. You don't need fire in your belly to get those. But you do need it if you want to create something extraordinary. You need it if you want to stand out in a world where most people are just trying to blend in. That's why your vision has to be so audacious, so outrageous, so massive that people either laugh at it or admire you for daring to think it. When you tell someone your vision and they nod politely, it's too small. But when you tell them and they either say, that's impossible, or wow, that's insane, that's when you know you're onto something real. And here's what most people don't realize: fear is not the enemy of vision. It's proof that your vision is alive. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. Fear means you're standing at the edge of possibility. Fear means you're about to step into growth. But here's the beauty: alongside that fear will always come excitement. That trembling, racing heart, feeling you get when you imagine yourself achieving it. That's the signal you're on the right track. A true vision terrifies you and excites you at the same time. It's the perfect balance between dread and desire. That's what keeps you moving when things get tough. The knowledge that on the other side of that fear is everything you've ever dreamed of. The reason so many people quit is because their vision is not strong enough to pull them forward. Discipline alone can push you, but only vision can pull you. Think about it. When you want to give up, when you feel exhausted, when nothing is going right, what makes you keep moving? It's not the money. It's not the recognition. It's the image burned into your mind of who you are becoming, of the life you are building, of the legacy you are creating. That image is your vision. And if it's not big enough, you won't fight for it. But if it's powerful, if it consumes your thoughts and ignites your soul, you'll fight through anything to make it real. A successful life doesn't start with talent, or resources, or connections. It starts with vision. Every empire began with one person daring to imagine something no one else believed in. Every breakthrough, every invention, every movement, every revolution was born in the mind of someone who saw what didn't exist yet and refused to let it go. That's the power you have within you right now. The ability to imagine a life so bold, so vibrant, so extraordinary, that it pulls you forward no matter how heavy the weight of the world feels. But here's the catch: no one can hand you that vision. You have to choose it, you have to design it, you have to commit to it even when nobody else sees it. So I'll leave you with this: stop shrinking your dreams to fit your fears. Stop setting goals you can reach just so you feel safe. Safety will never give you fulfillment. Set a vision that makes your stomach flip. Set a vision so powerful that it feels almost impossible, yet so aligned with your soul that you can't walk away from it. Because the truth is, you are not meant to live a small life. You are not here to just exist. You are here to create, to rise, to transform, to leave a mark that no one can erase. And the only way to do that is to hold a vision so electrifying, so alive that it pushes you to become unstoppable. Your vision is the blueprint of your destiny. Make it so bold that it scares you, so powerful that it excites you, and so clear that nothing, not fear, not failure, not doubt, can ever take it away. Every single one of us is living according to standards, whether we realize it or not. The question is, are those standards designed by you, or have you unconsciously accepted them from the world around you? Because here's the truth: the quality of your life is not determined by what you want, it's determined by what you're willing to tolerate. People say they want success, they say they want respect, they say they want greatness, but look at their standards. Look at what they allow. If you keep tolerating mediocrity, if you keep accepting excuses, if you keep living below your potential, no amount of wishing will ever change your life. The most dangerous place to live is not rock bottom, it's comfort. Comfort lowers your standards without you even noticing. One skipped workout becomes two, one broken promise becomes routine, one toxic relationship becomes your normal. And before you know it, your standards have slipped so low that you're surviving instead of thriving. That's why you must consciously, deliberately, and unapologetically decide what your standards are. What will you demand of yourself every single day? What will you no longer accept, no matter how tempting or convenient? That choice is the foundation of success. Look at the people you admire most. They are not always the smartest, or the luckiest, or the most gifted. What separates them is their standards. They refuse to compromise. They refuse to play small. They refuse to accept less than what they are capable of. High standards are what create excellence. And it's not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become. When you demand more from yourself, you rise. When you raise your standards, you automatically raise your results. It's cause and effect. Low standards lead to low outcomes. High standards lead to high impact. But make no mistake, raising your standards will cost you. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you friendships that no longer align. It will cost you late nights of laziness and the luxury of excuses. And that's exactly why most people never do it. They fear the price. But let me tell you, staying stuck in mediocrity costs far more. It costs your peace. It costs your confidence. It costs your dreams. The temporary discomfort of raising your standards is nothing compared to the lifelong regret of never living at your full potential. When you decide to never compromise, something shifts inside you. People notice it. They sense it. You begin to walk differently, speak differently, carry yourself differently, because you know your worth. You no longer settle for relationships that drain you. You no longer say yes to opportunities that insult your value. You no longer make excuses for why you can't, because your standards demand that you figure out how you will. This is not arrogance, it's self-respect. And the moment you fully respect yourself, the world has no choice but to follow. So hear me clearly, stop lowering your standards just to make other people comfortable. Stop diluting your greatness so others won't feel insecure around you. Stop apologizing for demanding more from life. Because life gives you exactly what you're willing to settle for. If you want average, keep accepting average. But if you want extraordinary, demand extraordinary from yourself first, and then from everything around you. You set the tone for your life. And the day you raise your standards and refuse to compromise, that is the day everything begins to change. The life you desire is hidden behind the standards you refuse to raise. Decide today what you will no longer tolerate. Demand more from yourself than ever before, and watch the world rise to meet the level of your new expectations. Motivation is the most overrated fuel in the world. Everyone waits for it, everyone depends on it, but no one realizes how fragile it really is. Motivation is an emotion. It comes and goes, it rises and falls. One day you feel unstoppable, the next day you feel empty. If your entire success is built on motivation, then your life will always be unstable because you'll only move when you feel like it. But the people who actually win, the ones who create legendary success, they don't wait for motivation. They build discipline. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings. Discipline doesn't care about your mood. Discipline says, this is what I said I would do, and I'm doing it no matter what. That's the difference between dreamers and achievers. Think about it, every single person has felt motivated at some point. Everyone has started a diet, started a workout plan, started a new project. But how many stay with it? How many still show up on the hard days when the excitement wears off? That's why motivation is weak. It's only good for starting. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you going when everything in you wants to quit. Discipline is the invisible force that shows up before dawn, that stays late after everyone else leaves, that says yes to growth and no to excuses. Discipline doesn't give you the luxury of, I don't feel like it. It locks the door on feelings and keeps you walking straight into action. The truth is, the world doesn't reward the most talented, it rewards the most consistent. Talent without discipline is wasted potential. How many people do you know who had the brains, the skills, the charisma, but never did anything with it because they lacked consistency? They relied on flashes of motivation, and when that spark disappeared, so did their dreams. But the disciplined ones, they show up whether it rains or shines. They build momentum day after day until the rest of the world can't deny their progress. Consistency compounds, and discipline is the seed that makes it possible. Now, discipline is not easy. It will feel like a battle. Your mind will scream for comfort. Your body will beg for rest. Your emotions will tempt you with excuses. But discipline is forged in that resistance. Every time you push through when you don't feel like it, you get stronger. Every time you choose action over excuse, you prove to yourself that you are in control. Not your mood, not your laziness, not your fear. That is power. That is freedom. Discipline doesn't enslave you. It liberates you from the chains of inconsistency, procrastination, and regret. And here's the beautiful thing. The more you practice discipline, the less you need motivation. Eventually, showing up becomes who you are, not something you have to force. Discipline turns actions into habits, and habits shape destiny. At first, it feels heavy, it feels like work, but soon it becomes natural. You no longer think, should I? You simply do. That's when life changes. That's when people look at you in awe, wondering how you manage to stay so committed. They call it willpower, they call it obsession, But the truth is simple, it's discipline. And once you master it, nothing can stop you. So stop chasing the high of motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect timing, the perfect wave of inspiration. If you want to build a successful life, fall in love with discipline. Train it, strengthen it, make it your closest ally. Because motivation will get you started, but only discipline will get you finished. And at the end of the day, the world does not remember the ones who started with excitement. It remembers the ones who stayed when it was hard, who persisted when it was painful, who refused to quit when everyone else did. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is forever. Build discipline, and you'll build a life that no weakness, no doubt, no excuse can ever destroy. Look closely at the people around you, because they are shaping you more than you realize. You are not just a product of your choices, you are a reflection of your environment. If your circle is filled with people who complain, who gossip, who make excuses, you will eventually start mirroring them, even if you don't intend to. Energy is contagious. Habits are contagious. Standards are contagious. You cannot expect to grow into greatness if you are surrounded by people who have accepted mediocrity. Your environment is either your greatest weapon or your greatest prison. The truth is, growth cannot survive in toxic soil. If the people around you are constantly negative, dismissive, or small minded, they will choke the life out of your ambition. You might start with fire in your heart, but spend enough time with doubters, and you'll start questioning yourself. Spend enough time with lazy people, and you'll start lowering your standards. Spend enough time with complainers, and suddenly, you'll have nothing but excuses. That's why protecting your environment is not optional, it's survival. If you want to rise, you must be ruthless about who you allow to influence you. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who challenge you, everything changes. These are the ones who won't let you settle, who hold you accountable, who inspire you by how they live their own lives. They're not threatened by your ambition, they fuel it. They don't drain your energy, they multiply it. Being in the right circle feels uncomfortable at times because the right people force you to level up. They call out your excuses, they remind you of your vision, and they make you stretch beyond what you thought was possible. That discomfort is growth. That's the soil where success blooms. But building this circle requires courage. It means walking away from people you've known for years, even people you love, if they are holding you back. It means choosing growth over comfort. And that is never easy. People will accuse you of changing, of being too good for them, of forgetting where you came from. But let me tell you this, you're not forgetting where you came from. You're refusing to stay stuck there. You can love people and still outgrow them. You can care for them and still set boundaries. Protecting your energy doesn't mean you're heartless. It means you're serious about your future. Here's the reality. Every successful person you admire has a circle that supports their vision. No one climbs alone. Behind every great leader, every champion, every innovator is a network of people who sharpen them like iron sharpens iron. They are pushed, they are challenged, they are reminded of their mission daily. That's why they don't fall back into mediocrity, because they are surrounded by people who refuse to let them. If you don't have that circle yet, start building it now. Seek mentors. Seek peers who are hungrier than you. Seek communities where ambition is normal, not unusual. Put yourself in rooms where you are the least accomplished person, because that's where you'll grow the fastest. So ask yourself today, who is shaping you? Who is speaking into your life? Who are you becoming by osmosis? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, it's time to make changes. Because your circle will either elevate you or suffocate you. Choose the people who demand growth and watch how fast your life transforms. You don't owe anyone your potential. You owe it to yourself to protect it. Remember this: your destiny is too important to be held hostage by the wrong company. Surround yourself with people who demand your best, who inspire your growth, and who refuse to let you settle. Because the company you keep will decide the life you create. The biggest mistake most people make is waiting. Waiting for permission. Waiting for approval. Waiting for someone to say, yes, you're good enough. But here's the truth: if you keep waiting for permission, you will wait forever. Nobody is coming to hand you your dreams. Nobody is going to knock on your door and tell you, it's your time now. The world belongs to those who take it, not to those who wait for it. Every single person who created something extraordinary had to take bold action long before anyone clapped for them. They didn't ask if they were ready. They decided they were ready. Bold action is never comfortable. It feels risky. It feels uncertain. It feels like stepping off a cliff with no guarantee of a safe landing. And that's exactly why most people avoid it. They would rather stay in the safety of planning, of researching, of getting ready. But planning without action is just procrastination dressed up in productivity. At some point, you have to stop preparing and start doing. At some point, you have to leap even when your knees are shaking. Because the truth is, clarity doesn't come before you take action. It comes because you took action. You don't find the path by waiting. You find it by walking. Every bold move you take builds a different version of you. When you take action despite fear, you grow confidence. When you take action despite uncertainty, you build resilience. And when you take action despite doubt, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the voice in your head that says you can't. That's why bold action is transformational. It doesn't just change your circumstances, it changes who you are. You become someone braver, sharper, more unstoppable with every step you take. And once you taste that power, hesitation no longer controls you. Yes, you will make mistakes. Yes, you will stumble. But here's the truth: mistakes made in action are far more valuable than perfection achieved in stillness. You learn by moving, you grow by doing, and you succeed by failing forward. Every failure carries wisdom. Every rejection carries a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone. People who fear mistakes stay stuck in theory forever. But those who embrace mistakes as part of the journey build momentum that no one can stop. Remember this: failure is not the opposite of success. Hesitation is. Bold action also means refusing to ask for approval. Too many dreams die in the court of public opinion. People hesitate to start businesses, to chase passions, to reinvent themselves because they're afraid of what others will say. Let me tell you, people will always have opinions. They will laugh, they will criticize, they will doubt. But none of their words pay your bills. None of their opinions build your legacy. If you let their voices drown out your courage, you'll live a life of regret. Bold action means saying, I don't need your permission. I don't need your validation. I'm moving anyway. That's the mindset of champions. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop sitting on ideas that could change your life because you're hoping someone will green light them. Give yourself permission. Act boldly. Move before you feel ready. Because the truth is, you will never feel fully prepared. And that's okay. The ones who changed the game are never the ones who waited. They're the ones who moved when it was uncomfortable, when it was uncertain, when it was terrifying. That's how you win. Bold action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Stop asking for permission, stop waiting for perfect conditions, and start moving now, because the life you want will only reveal itself once you dare to act. Pain is life's greatest teacher, but most people run from it. They numb it, avoid it, or bury it deep, pretending it doesn't exist. But what they don't realize is this: pain isn't here to destroy you, it's here to shape you. Every setback, every heartbreak, every betrayal, every loss is a message written in fire. And if you're brave enough to face it, to lean into it instead of running from it, pain has the power to transform you into someone unstoppable. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are evidence that you survived what was meant to break you. The truth is, nobody escapes pain. Every single person you admire has been through moments that tested them, moments that shattered them. The difference between those who crumble and those who rise is simple. Some let pain define them, while others use it to refine them. Pain can either be the anchor that keeps you stuck in the past or the fuel that pushes you into the future. It all depends on what you choose to do with it. If you let pain harden you with bitterness, you stay trapped. But if you let it sharpen you with wisdom, you become unshakable. Think about it. Pain exposes strength you didn't know you had. When life knocks you down and you get back up, you discover resilience. When someone betrays you and you rebuild your trust in yourself, you discover power. When failure humiliates you and you keep going anyway, you discover courage. None of these qualities are born in comfort. They are born in the fire of struggle. That's why pain is priceless. It reveals the warrior in you, the fighter in you, the part of you that refuses to be broken no matter what. Without pain, you would never know your true capacity. But here's what makes most people waste their pain. They focus only on the suffering, not the lesson. Pain in itself doesn't guarantee growth. What guarantees growth is reflection, is asking, what is this teaching me? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, better? That shift is everything. When you stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? You reclaim your power. Pain becomes your greatest resource instead of your greatest burden. It turns from a wound into a weapon, from a weakness into wisdom. And don't forget this: your pain is not just for you. The struggles you've overcome become the blueprint for someone else's survival. Your story can light the path for someone lost in darkness. Your resilience can give hope to someone who thinks they can't make it. When you turn pain into power, you don't just rise for yourself, you become a beacon for others. That's legacy. That's impact. That's how your suffering becomes meaningful, because it no longer ends with you. It becomes fuel for the people who need your strength. So the next time life knocks you down, don't curse the pain. Don't run from it. Don't drown it in distraction. Stand in it. Learn from it. Use it. Let it mold you into someone so powerful that nothing can break you again. Because the truth is, pain is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally. It's proof that you are alive. Proof that you are being refined. Proof that your story is still being written. And if you're willing to embrace it, pain will not weaken you. It will weaponize you. Your pain is your power. Stop hiding from it. Start using it. And let it forge you into the strongest version of yourself the world has ever seen.